Welcome once again to The Polity, and it's coming to you live from the Abuja studio of Kaftan Television. My name is Dayo Mogun, and I hope that your day has been good. And just in case it's been a little below good, I assure you once again that joining this program could be the tonic that you need. And I believe that at the end of this program, you'll be so enlightened, so informed, so loaded with requisite information that your spirit will have no option than to be lifted. Again, I do know that one way or the other, there used to be some splash of humor here and there from time to time in the course of the program, and that should do you some good. Welcome once again. My name's Dayo, and on the show today, the first segment, we will be talking about diabetes, and I know that this should be of interest to millions of people around the world because I do know that many are having to cope with diabetes, whereas many more are afraid. Some are at the borderline and they're saying, how do I hold back? How do I ensure that I don't cross the line? And some, because of what they have seen people around them experience, have had like a lifelong fear, constant tugging at the heart that I hope that I won't also be a victim of this challenge. And so today, I'm sure that within this next 45 minutes, by the time some information is laid bare, it will be useful to help people who are managing the challenge or who want to ensure that you don't fall victim. I'm sure that this program will do you a whole lot of good, and that's the reason it's important that you don't leave this to your own self alone. If you have someone around you who has the challenge already, the disease already, please do call the person, tell him to connect right now, because the information that will come out of here could mean health or sickness, could mean life or death, much as that might sound a little bit off, but that's the truth. So let me welcome my guest, who is a consultant pharmacist with the General Hospital Nyanya. His name is Kufre Andem. You're welcome, Kufre.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I'm glad for having me here.
Right. So Kufre Andem is a consultant pharmacist with the General Hospital Nyanya, and I'm sure that your home crowd are probably watching right now and saying, see our doctor, see our pharmacist. All right. So now, welcome. He is a member of the tell me, West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists. Of Pharmacists, yes. Okay. And so it's on behalf of that group that he's going to be speaking, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, based on his own experiences, practical day-to-day experience, and all that. So now let's start by the very basics. What exactly does it mean to be diabetic? What does it mean when they say somebody's got diabetes?
Okay. Diabetes is a metabolic condition in which the body is not able to metabolize or manage sugar.
I'm happy that you chose to go to manage, because when you tell metabolize,
yes. So right. I'm trying to break down the medical terms.
The grammar, all right.
Yes. The body keeps the sugar level or the glucose level at a particular particular range.
Yeah.
Yes. So the inability of the body to maintain this range, we can say someone has diabetes.
Right.
We actually call it diabetes mellitus.
Okay.
Yes.
I hear there are two types.
Yes, there are basically two types. So there are other subtypes.
Okay.
But basically we have type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. The most common one around us here is type 2 diabetes.
What are the features? What are the distinguishing features?
Okay. Type 1 diabetes is the inability of the body to produce the hormone called insulin.
That's type 1.
That's type 1.
Right.
That's the hormone that regulates the body glucose level.
Right.
So the inability to produce it at all. That means, and this hormone is being produced from the pancreas.
Okay.
So when the pancreas is not working at all,
right,
then no insulin is being produced. Then in type 2 diabetes, it's will I say in type 2 diabetes, the insulin might be produced but not enough to manage, or it's when it's being produced, there is resistance to the effects of that insulin. So that's where you have type 2, and that's a common. You see someone who have not had diabetes from birth, from childhood, growing up. When you reach a particular age, you now start having problems with your sugar level. That's type 2, because the insulin that have been produced will gradually become ineffective in managing and maintaining the blood sugar range.
All right, now let's go to last week was the diabetes World Diabetes Day, and I know what is the whole idea about a World Diabetes Day.
Okay, it's a day set aside by the World Health Organization to lay emphasis on the knowledge and to create awareness of such problem. There are other health days. There's World Hepatitis Day, World AIDS Day. So on this day, the campaign and the public awareness will be increased so that people who have it or who don't have it will have informed knowledge on what it is and how to manage it and what to do to live a healthy lifestyle. So every 14th of November, every year is set aside as the World Diabetes Day.
All right, World Diabetes Day. Now, when you say someone has diabetes, is that like some kind of sentence? Is that like does it mean that the person is unable to live a functional life?
No, not at all. You know, diabetes can be classified under, will I say, chronic disease conditions. We have others. We have hypertension. Diabetes is one of that. Someone that have diabetes doesn't mean it's the end for you or you can't live, you know. Once it is managed, when you have it and it is properly managed, you can live your full life if you follow some certain rules and certain behavioral lifestyle modifications. You'll be able to live optimally and healthy.
All right. How I mean, do you have figures? Do you have like statistics? I mean, how rampant, how much of the population is under the scourge of diabetes right now?
Well, at the moment, I don't have statistical
but
figures.
Maybe just an idea.
But I might say like 1/3 of
the population
that I have seen come to the hospital, especially at a particular age, from the age 40. You have a high prevalence of diabetes in our environment. Wow. Though in the past it was not so. But because of lifestyle changes and our environment, we see diabetes becoming more increasingly popular among our population.
Yeah, so you said because of our lifestyle changes.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about some of these lifestyle changes?
Yes, lifestyle changes, our diets.
Okay.
Our diets, and also will I say our way of life. You know, let me just let me just look retrospectively. Like 50 years ago, you don't have cars, you know, motorcycles as you have nowadays.
Right.
You know, people do physical exercise. The kind of food we eat, you know, not much of processed food. You eat food in their natural forms, and sometimes most of our diets are medicinal in nature. But if you look at our lifestyle today, some of these things are no longer popular and common. And the lifestyle of an average individual, what kind of food do we eat? Processed, over-processed food with low nutrients, low fiber foods, junk foods, some of all these things. Then exercises. We don't do things that will, you wake up, you sit in an air-conditioned car, go to an air-conditioned office, you come back home, lie down on your sofa, you eat, you sleep, you lie down, watch TV, Some of all these lifestyle, will I say modernization, makes people predisposed to some of these chronic illness. That's why I say diabetes is a lifestyle diseases. So though there are several predisposing factors anyway, but once the lifestyle modification is managed, you have less occurrence of diabetes.
Okay, so the kind of foods that we eat, our lifestyle, our way of life. Yes. But I thought that some time ago it looked as though the kind of lifestyle that you just talked about was the best thing to happen to any person. There was a way that kind of lifestyle was presented and promoted for a very long time. I mean, you have food, you sleep, you rest, you wake up, but now it's turning out like it's our grandfather's way of life that's even better, which was more rigorous.
Yes, actually, no, not rigorous per se. Physical inactivity. When you eat food, you eat carbohydrates, the body converts it to sugar, glucose, which is a fuel for the body to use to do physical activities. You end up eating and you are not using that fuel. It tends to be accumulated in the body. Then also, there are several foods, local herbs, or in our delicacies, that also help the body manage sugar. But some of all these are not there, and are not there currently, looking at the kind of foods available to us, especially in the urban population. So some of all these things also can. And also, when you say, the best way of life, things that will kill, things that you think is enjoyable, might be those things that will kill you faster. Things you think that are difficult and, unpalatable, might be those things that will, make you live longer and better.
Which is why awareness programs like this are very important.
Yes.
So that people don't keep going on with warped mentalities and all kinds of predispositions that do not help matters.
Like when we talk of like sugar in those days, how many of our grandparents and great grandparents get to eat refined sugar? The way in your confectionaries, in your desserts, it's there. Is there in our modern lifestyle. Then when you talk of physical work, most of the times we don't exercise. Most people don't exercise. Obesity is on the increase. So these are the predisposing factors to diabetes.
All right. Okay. Yes. Now, so is it infectious?
No, it is not infectious.
It's not.
It's a non-communicable. It's not though it can be inherited.
Okay. It can be within the family.
Yes, it can be inherited through genes. Yes, from her.
Oh, it can be inherited, which is to say, if you have a parent who has had it, you have a likelihood of.
Yes, or you have a relative, or maybe a first generation or second generation relative that had it, then you should be very careful. Yes.
All right. So we need to be very careful if we have a family history of diabetes.
Yes.
But at least it's not infectious.
It's not infectious.
It's not transferable. So if I'm diabetic and you sit across next to me, there's no way of me passing it to you.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right. Now, you talked about, when you were talking about the types, you said there is the one that you didn't really have challenges until maybe a certain age, and then it becomes difficult for the insulin to process the glucose right?
Yes.
And that is
type 2 diabetes.
Type 2.
Yes.
So what does type 1 mean? Does it mean that the person has it from childhood, or what? What does that mean?
Yes. Type 1 diabetes, like as I said earlier, is a
total failure, right?
Total failure of the pancreas to produce insulin.
It's not producing at all.
At all.
Can that be treated? Is it treatable?
No, it's not treatable. It's not treatable. You just have to manage it. The only treatable form would be maybe a transplant, a pancreatic transplant, if that is available in our claim, but it's not available. So it's there, and it will always be there. So that one, sometimes it happens from childhood. Like when you have children, we've seen cases of children with diabetes. Most likely their pancreas have had issues. Then also, it could not be there at birth, but along the line, there is what we call autoimmune disease, where the body's immune system starts fighting itself. So in most cases
fighting itself?
Yes.
Fighting the body or fighting itself? The immune system?
The immune system starts fighting the body itself.
You know,
your immune system is meant to protect you against foreign intruders.
Right.
So there are some instances where the immune system will now start fighting the body itself. Yes. So when there's autoimmune disease that affects the pancreas, it now the pancreas is now affected. Most of the pancreatic beta cells are killed. So as a result, they are not able to produce insulin, and that's one of the major cause of type 1 diabetes. Then there are other causes of type 1 diabetes, probably pancreatic cancer of the pancreas can also lead to type 1 diabetes. So these are the predisposing factors for type 1 diabetes.
Because the whole essence of this is to help people out there to prevent, where possible, or manage the disease. Now, is there a possibility of someone who comes from the background of diabetic parents or diabetic grandparents? Can the person, is there something the person can do, be intentional about doing, and escape?
Yes, and that's the essence of the awareness campaign. Yes. There are several things you do. Lifestyle modifications, very important. Then constant health checks are very important, especially as you approach the age of 40. It's good you check your blood sugar level regularly, because most of the patients we see that come down with diabetes, they are coming, when they come to the hospital, a lot of things had gone wrong. So, but when you make it a habit of going for checkups, it can be detected on time. Then lifestyle, your diet, also the kind of food you eat. Then obesity, if there's no obesity, exercise, lack of exercise. All these are predisposing factors for those who already have it, who have a genetical link to it. So once your lifestyle is okay, you might not even develop the actual symptoms when you get there, so long as some things are done. And once it's been discovered that your blood sugar is no longer regulated, there are drugs, there are medications, and other things that can be done to manage the situation.
Once you have crossed, once you have become diabetic.
Yes, once you have become diabetic.
All right, now is it possible for the average person out there to know the range of what is normal and what is abnormal?
Yes. In diagnosing diabetes, there are two types of blood sugar tests we do. We have fasting blood sugar and we have random blood sugar. Fasting blood sugar is the sugar level when you've not eaten when the body is in a fasting state. Yes. So, and the range, it should not be more than 6 millimoles per liter.
Okay.
Yes. Then for random blood sugar.
Per liter of blood?
Yes, per liter of blood, yes.
Because that's the sample that's being used?
Yes.
Okay.
So for random blood sugar, the blood sugar level should not be above 11.1 millimole per liter of blood. Yes, millimole per liter of blood. Though some people use milligram per DL of blood. If you are using milligram per DL of blood, it should not be more than 120 milligram per DL for random blood sugar, or 106 milligram per DL for fasting blood sugar.
What did you say DL is again? What's DL?
Deciliter.
Okay.
Deciliter of blood.
Okay.
Yes.
Once somebody crosses this, there are problems.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Now, there seems to be a very high rate of diabetes, even from what you said before in Nigeria. Yes. And you have talked about the food that we eat. You've talked about the way we live. Do you want to talk about some of the food items that could, if you like, predispose someone to?
Okay. Yes.
Because you see, there's a challenge, right, for most people. Today, it looks as if you are not supposed to eat anything. So somebody tells you, don't eat bread, don't eat yam, don't eat rice, don't eat even the beans. In those days when we were a lot younger, we thought that beans was a major source of protein. In recent times, we've been told, no, it's not correct, that the percentage of protein is much, much, much lower than we used to think. Okay, so sometimes it's getting to the point where you probably will be told not to drink water. Yes, it's becoming very troubling. It's becoming very worrisome. You get to, you go online and you read stuff, and the summary is like, don't eat.
Yes, I understand that scenario, and most of the times when we counsel patients, it's usually challenging, because at the end of the day, then what should I be eating?
Exactly. So what do we eat?
So, lifestyle modification is one of the most difficult modifications to make, because when you are used to living in a particular way, and overnight you are expected to change, it's not that easy. So, what we advise people generally, if you have diabetes already, or you are predisposed, healthy eating, balanced diet will be better. You eat food rich in fibers. Food rich in fibers. You eat fruits and vegetables. These should form the bulk of your diet. Then you eat more of proteins, then less of carbohydrates.
All right, because when you said you see a lot more fruits and vegetables, there are Nigerians out there who say, so I be go to go to chop grass.
Okay, let me, your question was like, what are the food we
exactly,
should not
I know, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to, when you know what you should not eat, and you know what you should eat.
But if you do not eat, like you said, cut down on carbs, on carbohydrates, right? On carbohydrates.
Yes.
Now, increase the protein, increase fruits and veggies. And what was that again? Now, so the average Nigerian goes out there, and money he could have used to buy bread, and the entire family will probably manage.
I understand.
Now he wants to buy fruits, and the 1,000 naira or 1,005 can only purchase so much. That's the challenge. Yes, and
it's not easy. But fruits, it doesn't necessarily mean you break the bank to eat right.
Okay.
There are certain things you can okay, let me come this way. You take carbonated drinks a lot. I know somebody, if he's eating, if there's no Coke or Fanta,
that food is not
the food is not sweet. That kind of lifestyle predisposes you, because the sugar level, you are loading your pancreas to deal with will be high. Then fried foods.
Fried foods.
Yes, fried foods are not too good. Fatty foods, when you fry, you use much oil. So you tend to increase your cholesterol level. And in diabetes, that is also a problem. Cholesterol buildup. You have fatty liver disease in diabetes as part of the complications. So you don't take junks, carbonated drinks, and you reduce them. When you say don't take, it's not easy, but you reduce them. It could be once in a while. Alcohol.
Alcohol?
Yes, alcohol. Yes.
Alcohol? Like beer?
Yes, beer, whatever name you want to call it.
Okay, whatever.
Yes, yeah. Alcohol also, it puts a strain on the liver, and the liver is the major organ that metabolizes your glucose. When the insulin is released, it goes to the liver, from the liver to act. So the liver now converts the glucose to glucagon and so on and so forth. So alcohol puts a strain on the liver as well. Then cigarette smoking, tobacco can also predispose. Then things you can eat, whether you have or not. Like as I said, vegetables. There are some vegetables that you can plant in your house that are healthy. You get like the pumpkin, this what we call alefo in the local language, yes. There are some other things, that's spinach, spinach, that was what I was trying to say. There are many other, and there are also some, some leaves, some leafy vegetables that some people in some places, you see them as weeds, as grass, while in some certain places, they are edible foods. Those things also can help. And when I say fruits and vegetables, it helps you very well because there are certain things that also help you regulate your blood sugar in these vegetables. There are certain phytonutrients, some beta-carotenes, xanthocyanins, and some other things that also protects your organ from the dangerous effects of elevated blood sugars in this. And so fruits and veggies cannot be overemphasized when you are talking about the diets and diabetes. So they are very important, and there are some, and it will surprise you. There are researches that have done that the bitter leaf can regulate blood sugar. Bitter leaf. So some of all these things are not, though they might be expensive if you are in the urban environment, but if you are in the rural setting where you can plant some of these things in your gardens, in your house, I think it will help a long way. Yes.
All right, just in case you're out there and you have a question to ask, I make the line available right now. 08029933365 is the number. Please do call in to ask your question, to get clarity where necessary, or you just have a contribution to make. We'll also appreciate that. So it's 08029933365. A lot has been said already within this 30 minutes, and I do hope that we take some of these things to heart and they become a guiding force for our way of life. He has talked about way of life, our lifestyle habits, as well as the diet, our diet, what kind of foods that we major on. Well, and luckily he has said it does not quite mean that we should not eat them, but that they have to be eaten in limited measure, right?
Yes, and moderation.
And in moderation. So moderation, in the end, moderation is the key word.
Yes.
Is the key word. Because in the end, you will definitely eat all of these food items.
Yes.
But it's a matter of being moderate. It's a matter of maybe knowing what combinations to put together,
yes,
and all of that. So, in case you have a question to ask, Mr. Kufre Andem is here and is up to the task. So please call in and let's have your take, even as we continue on the show. Now, so before a person crosses to the too much, before it crosses that bar, that so is it possible to know apart from tests, is there any way of somebody knowing that, okay, this sign in my body, plus this sign in my body, plus this sign in my body that I've been experiencing, it might be speaking of diabetes? Are there things like that?
Yes, there could be some, will I say, signs and symptoms of diabetes, but it's advisable not to get to that stage before you seek help or you go for checkup. When there's increased tests, then frequent urination, then also you notice weight loss.
That is thirst?
Yes, thirst.
Okay,
you want to
weight
drink
loss.
water. Yes, weight loss.
But you talked about weight gain, obesity.
Yes, obesity is a predisposing factor.
Okay, it's a predisposing factor.
Yes. So when it now steps in, you now discover somebody unexplained weight loss. You are just emaciating, and alongside increased tests, then also increased hunger. You always want to eat. You are always hungry. Yes, that could be also a sign. Then there's what we call polyuria. That's always urinating. You can urinate more frequently than you usually do. So these are
when you just started that, it was going to sound like you can urinate for Africa.
Okay. Yes. When there's increase, you discover that the frequency of urine is high. Is high. It's more than what you are usually used to. What is
the normal range? Let's talk about urination.
Well, it's relative.
It's relative. It's personal.
It depends on your fluid intake.
Right. Okay.
Like let's say someone who drink let's say 3 cups of water a day will urinate differently from someone who drink almost every day. Yes. So there's no will I say range per se.
Yeah.
But you know yourself.
Yeah.
You know how frequently. You know there's how you be urinating. You just know that no, this is not normal. That's so. What I can't say because I'm different from you.
Yeah.
Yes. So and there's no medical frequency, medically accepted frequency for urination. So it depends on your fluid intake actually. Yes, and the state of your kidney function as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So the kidney is involved, the liver is involved, the pancreas is involved.
Yes. Yes.
These 3 different organs.
Yes.
Then you mentioned something about cholesterol.
Yes, cholesterol. Yes, that would take me to, will I say, the complications also of when there is diabetes. You know, diabetes, when the blood sugar is high, too high, the environment becomes so uncomfortable for some body cells in some major organs. The heart, the blood vessels, the kidney, the liver, the eyes, and almost all the nerves. So when it's too high, then so these organs start developing problems. Kidney failure can come in from neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy. There could be heart failure because of the heart involvement. Then there could be liver problem as well. Liver cirrhosis or liver fibrosis. Permit those big terms. So then there could also be foot ulcers that could result in amputation. So when this sugar is high, organs are affected in the body. So that's why it's good you don't wait for such things to start coming up before you go for checkup. It's good you check up regularly, frequently, once in a while. Yes.
What's the recommended frequency?
When you are at the age of 40, at least once or twice a year, you go for medical checkup. If you do more than that, the better, but at least twice a year for a checkup. Then if the diabetes is already there, then it will be more frequent. It could be monthly, it could be if the sugar level is regulated or your glycated hemoglobin is regulated, it could be every 3 months or every 6 months. So depending on, but if you know you don't have any complication, at least once a year or twice a year.
All right. Considering that the economy is not smiling as such, are there opportunities for people who can't afford, for example, the cost of testing, especially when they have to test quite frequently? Are there any? Do you know of any groups or any platform, any aid organization that?
Okay. Well, I might not know some anyway, but we have the health insurance platform.
Okay.
In FCT, the FCT administration is encouraging a lot of people to register. There's this informal sector that have just been opened up. Even the National Health Insurance Agency also. Before it was only civil servants or government employees that are registered. Okay. But now they've done an informal sector, so you can approach the National Health Insurance Agency. They used to call it NHIS before, but it's now NHI.
Yeah.
Then the FCT Health Insurance Scheme. In any general hospital you go to, they can direct you, they can guide you. When you enroll, there are some of these tests. You just pay a token for a year. Let's say I don't know the current amount for but around 30,000 to 40 or thereabouts you pay, and that's for a year.
And you go for your tests.
You can go for your tests even every day, and you might not be able to pay. You won't be required to pay, or even if you pay, maybe just 10% of what is required. And when you want to assess your drugs, just 10% of the cost of the drugs in the health facility.
Just 10%?
Just 10%, yes.
All
so
right.
that's the one I know, because I work in the hospital.
Right.
Then some NGOs might be out there that are into such. Like when we had the World Diabetic Day celebration, in my facility we did free sugar tests for everybody. Then the sugar testing, for those who want to do, you can do self-test. You can, if you have the means, you can buy the blood sugar test kit. Yes, and the screen, if you have the financial capacity. If you don't have, if you go to some pharmacies, they can do it for you for a token, maybe between 500 to 1,000 naira when necessary. So at this age, I don't think anybody will complain that the economy, because of the economy, I can't go for tests. It's too expensive. If you enroll for the health insurance scheme, I think it will help you financially.
Okay, so enrolling in the National Health Insurance Scheme can go a long way in helping financially. Okay, now, we've been talking about diabetes. We're talking about preventing it or managing it. And I've been talking with Kufre Andem, the consultant pharmacist with the General Hospital Nyanya, and a member of the West Africa College of Postgraduate, is that correct?
West African Postgraduate
College of Pharmacists. Yes. West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists. Yes. And he's a member, and he's been enlightening us a great deal.
Okay, now, sorry, I'm a fellow.
Oh, you're a fellow, not a member. No, that's very important.
Yes,
that's very important. Noisy. So he's a fellow of the West Africa Postgraduate College of Pharmacists. Yeah. Yes. And you don't trivialize people's accomplishments. I give it to you. And thanks for reminding me. Now, let's also talk about the thing has not crossed, but somebody has this. You talked about something like that. I already asked you, but I want some kind of maybe some emphasis or something. The person notices weight loss, notices
increased tests,
Sorry?
Increased thirst.
Increased thirst. The eyes are not as sharp as they used to be. And if it's a man, it's probably battling dysfunction, ED.
Yes.
Are all these traceable?
Yes, they are. Those are part of the, the signs and symptoms you will notice as a result of the elevated sugar level in the body.
At that point, can it be brought down? It has not yet crossed the line. Can it still
yes.
can the sugar be regulated?
Yes. Once
using drugs or lifestyle changes?
Both play a role. But the most important thing is you get medical help, not on your own. When you go to the hospital, a doctor sees you and places you on tests, monitors you, you are placed on drugs. So while you are on your drug, you are also undergoing lifestyle changes that will help you. With time, depending on the level, with lifestyle changes alone, your sugar level can be brought low. Then, if lifestyle modifications alone is not effective, drugs will come in. And when the drugs come in, combined with the lifestyle modifications, well, as the sugar gets low, you see some of all these things start reversing.
Oh, really?
Yes, they will start reversing because the body can now repair itself when given the right environment. But if it is left unchecked, that is when it will keep going. Before you know, blindness will come in. And once blindness comes in, you can't go back. You can't get another eyes. The kidney, once the kidney packs up, it's gone. So early detection and treatment and management
is very important.
Is very vital to reverse the complications.
I hope that my viewers are watching and taking note of this. Early detection, early treatment can lead to reversal of unwanted medical situations. Let me ask, at that point, it's not yet something to be managed till death, right? It is when you cross the line, it is when indeed you are confirmed, you are established a diabetic. That's when you must live with those diabetic drugs for life. Or does it get treated along the way? Is it possible to treat diabetes?
It's managed, not treated. But the words you use made it look like a death sentence.
Oh, really?
Diabetes is a lifestyle. Is a lifestyle disorder. Is it not a sentence somehow? If, for example, erectile dysfunction sets in, that's some kind of sentence. It means that in a particular area you are dysfunctional, you are unable to do what you should do, and that can set off a chain of situations. Yes, also. When it is managed, the erectile dysfunction can be reversed.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Even when it is full-blown diabetes.
Yes.
But it is being managed.
Yes. Once it is managed, when you have diabetes, that the body cannot metabolize or manage
sugar
or maintain sugar level on its own, and you are on medications we call hypoglycemic that can help reduce the sugar level. Once it is reduced within the normal range, you can live your life as any other person. The only difference is that you are taking medications that is helping you maintain your blood sugar. Once this blood sugar is maintained, some of these, the erectile dysfunction, the eyes, the kidneys, some of these things can be reversed. And with healthy diets, there are some diets that can help improve your vision. There are diets that can help the body repair itself. So when you have it, the only thing is that you need to be on medication for you to get the optimal sugar control. And your doctor will assess you from time to time to see your drug needs, your medication needs, and also when you keep checking, when you keep checking to see that your sugar is being controlled, you live your life like every other person. It won't, it's when it is not managed. You just leave it and it will go across board. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. That's interesting. And let me also ask, is there, I don't know, is it possible to manage, or is it advisable to manage diabetes with herbal packages only?
No, it is not advisable. You know, diabetes, it's like, let me say, it's like you are driving on the road. When you are driving, sometimes you need to, you know, slow down. So at some instances, you need to increase your pace.
Yeah.
Some instances, you need to turn right, turn left, or you maintain steady. And you can't do that with your eyes closed.
Yes.
So when you are monitoring your sugar level constantly, you are looking at your sugar level, making sure that everything is okay. Some instances, even the drugs, there are some instances that the dosage will be increased or reduced depending on your body's response and your lifestyle. So if you say you want to, on your own, manage it, I'm taking herbal drugs, no need to go to the hospital, no need to monitor, you might be doing yourself much harm than good. When you're on herbal, you know, there are some herbal medications you can take, but a doctor needs to be assessing your health status from time to time. It's not what you can do on your own in your house. You need constant medical checkup, irrespective of whatever you are using or whatever you are doing. Sometimes, maybe because of your herbal preparations, your sugar is the doctor might say, okay, have a drug holiday for now, since your sugar is okay from time to time. So, but it's not a kind of alternative or replacing constant medical checkup.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. We're going to have to draw the curtains right now, and I'm surprised that I didn't get any call. This is a very important health talk this afternoon, and I do hope that you have taken note again, because information it's a shield. Information can be a shield against a bulwark against the onslaught of diseases or whatsoever it is. Now, so I just want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
I do hope that because you came, some lives will be saved. I do hope that because you came, some people who had become hopeless will also become have renewed hope. And but just before I go, is it correct, the thinking that diabetes and some other ailments are like Siamese twins, like they go together? Like if you are diabetic, you are likely going to be hypertensive. Is that correct?
Yes.
If you are diabetic, you are likely to have challenges with your kidney. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. Literally, I would say yes, because diabetes can predispose you or can make you have other things like hypertension, and likewise hypertension can also predispose you.
Okay, one can trigger the other.
Yes.
The other one can trigger the other.
Yes, that is it. And diabetes itself can, if it's not managed, can lead to chronic kidney diseases. So yes, you'll be correct if you say so. So managing and maintaining your health is key in diabetes. So once you manage your sugar level and everything is kept in check, then you can live your normal life like any other person.
All right, thank you so very much for coming.
Thank you very much.
It's been Kufre Andem, the Consultant Pharmacist, General Hospital Nyanya, and also a fellow of the West Africa Postgraduate College of Pharmacists. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
And I do hope that one way or the other, this has helped your knowledge, and that this will help you manage your condition better if you're already there, and this can help you to avert the entrance, the progression towards the wrong destination. Abi?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
And so after the break, please stay tuned. We have another segment coming on, and we will introduce that segment when we come back from break. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome to the second segment of the polity for today. We're talking about, for this second segment, we will be talking about food insecurity, and we're trying to look at ways and means of getting out of the challenge. And so, what, first of all, is food insecurity? You have a situation where people are unable to afford food that they need. For example, that's what has become popular in the Nigerian system, where you have people settling for 010 or 001 or 100. It's possible that there are Nigerians who don't understand that, so maybe I need to begin to put some explanation to that. So when you say 010, it means that you are able to afford just lunch, which is the one in between. That is, in the morning it's 0, in the evening it's 0. That is breakfast and dinner, no babu. And then in the afternoon there's lunch. Or you have other scenarios like 100, that is, you have breakfast and that's it for the day. Or you have 001, which means that you have no breakfast and no lunch, but then you are able to put something together for dinner. This is the reality of many people in Nigeria. And this has been so for quite some time, because this coinage has been with us for quite some time. And you also have a situation where another dimension of food insecurity is not just that you're unable to eat the three times a day, but again, maybe you're just stuck with certain staples, so you do not have a balanced food diet. So you're stuck on maybe carbohydrates. You probably eat, and when you know how people go to restaurants, and when they are asked what they want, you know, there used to be that joke in those days that give me 3 fufu, and then when they say what about protein, you say that is, no, don't bother about the protein. Yeah, it might sound funny, but it's not funny, because what it means is that the people are not getting a proper intake of what they need to have proper bodily systems, proper nourishment for motor functions, for all kinds of functions of the body. And so this is a challenge. And we do know that you can have food insecurity at the individual level, and then you can also have it as the societal or community level. And of course, when you have a situation where there's so much inflation that, the money available has no purchasing value to be able to get the kind of food that people require for sustenance, then you can begin to talk about food insecurity at the societal level. And so this is where Nigeria or Nigerians are. A lot of us, a lot of Nigerians. That's the reality, even though it's a very uncomfortable reality. But what's important is this reversible? Is this something that's anything can be done about? Are there things we need to do to reverse the ugly trend? I think that these are the very crucial areas of discourse, and that's what we'll be getting into very shortly when I get back from break, because I'll be going to have to take a breather. And after the break, I do believe that my guests would be ready, and we will be able to talk about this and shed light on what needs to be done so that this ugly patch can be taken away. After the break, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the polity, the concluding segment of it. And I do hope that we can connect with our guest right now. It's a California-based medical practitioner who's also into business, an entrepreneur and a politician, an ex-presidential aspirant of the People's Democratic Party. And he's the one that will be talking with us for this part of the show. And if he's on, I'd like Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze to please do a hello.
Hello.
All right, great to have you. Doctor, how are you doing today?
I'm trying to be like you.
Okay, you just beat me to that because I really want to be like you. And how's California today?
Oh, California is good. It rains. It rains, so we're happy. It rains like once a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are not lucky like you where it rains every day.
Oh,
but
okay.
you don't appreciate that it rains every day.
Oh,
it rains once a year, and everybody is so happy to have
can
rain.
you imagine?
Yeah.
All right,
And
that's
then
quite interesting.
You have it every day, and you complain.
Yeah, I mean, these are all the wonders of creation. And first of all, before we go into our talk, let me not forget that Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze is also the regent Onowu of Abagana. Hello?
Yes.
Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so he's the regent Onowu of Abagana. And so, doctor, let's hit the road quickly. We're talking this afternoon about food insecurity and how we can reverse that to have food security. What we currently have is a situation where people are unable to meet their food needs, a situation where for many years now, there's something that is called 001, 010, or 100, or something like that. I don't know whether you understand those coinages, but when you say somebody is having 001, it means that he doesn't have breakfast, he doesn't have lunch, then he manages something for dinner. That's 001. If you say 010, then you're talking about lunch per day and no breakfast, no dinner. And then if you say 100, it means that you have breakfast and then you are done for the day. This is the situation of many people around here. And so we're saying this is not acceptable. This could lead to a whole lot of other challenges, and this needs to be arrested. Doctor, what do you have to say about this?
Like I said before, when I come to Nigeria from the airport in Abuja, the customs, the immigration people, all the people working there, they say they're hungry. And they say they eat 010.
Oh, okay.
One boy from Castina that helps me says 010. He explained to me once a day. I said, what do you eat? He said, beans, once a day. And I felt sorry for him. And I look around and they all look like stockfish. All those people walking there, you can see they're not eating. Well, they look like panda. And I feel sorry for that. Here in America, one person can eat one whole chicken by themselves here for one meal. And that's like just one meal. We have everything, like I told you before. God gave us everything more than any other country in the world. We have rain 9 months out of the year, and that's irrigation. In America, they have to do irrigation. God gave us our own irrigation. God gave us river, fish, gave us river fish, stockfish, gave us rice, beans, yam, corn, maize, millet, rice. We have everything. We have rivers. God gave us gold, diamond, silver, oil, gas, bauxite. God gave us more than he gave anybody else. But still we're a failure because we don't have good leaders. We don't have good leaders who are patriotic and serious about making Nigeria great. America was built on the basis of agriculture. The Europeans were so hungry in Europe. They were eating ice and snow. They had to come thousands of miles across the ocean to conquer America, get to America to start farming. The people that came to America came to farm. From farming, they discovered machine that can help farm, Caterpillar. And then they were able to build planes, then they were able to build cars. America started as an agricultural company. That's what they still do. Cow. They're cowboys. They started doing cows. Cows, they used to take it around from place to place, and they settled down. They're farming now. The cows are in ranches. They don't go around from place to place and eating people's food. And then they plant millet. They plant corn. They plant soya beans. The vegetables, orange, tomato, plantain. We have all those things. God plants our plantain for us. God plants our palm trees for us. The birds, God does that for us. We have everything. We just don't have people using the brains. They refuse to train our young people for free so that they can build all these things out. Instead, you have ministers, the president, giving ministers one jeep that's cost $1 billion instead of paying for school fees for a lot of people to learn skills in agriculture. You know, agriculture can give you a lot of jobs. We don't need to be importing any food in Nigeria. We don't need to.
So we don't need to import any food in Nigeria. And that's also a way of saying we shouldn't have any business with food insecurity. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, that's correct.
We shouldn't have... Right, go on.
Because our land is fertile. We have the water, we have the rivers, we have the rain. Our land is naturally fertile. Chinese don't have fertile land. That's why they're coming to Nigeria to farm. All these other places don't have fertile land, but our land is fertile. We have irrigation. God gave you free irrigation. But you don't have people, leaders that have brains. Their brain is empty. They can't think. You know, the Chinese are more serious. They're more serious about themselves and their country and helping their people. Most 25% of engineers in the world are from China. Nigerians are smarter than Chinese. We are smart or smarter than them. But somebody have to train the young people. So for myself, when I come and I keep hearing that, so I decided to go into agriculture.
All right, so on a personal level, you're trying to intervene in this area?
Yes.
Oh, good. Let's hear about it.
I bought land, more than 4 miles of land. You have to drive and drive and drive to get from one side to the other. Along the river, along the Izu River. And then the land is good for rice. So I started with rice planting. And then we started with cassava planting. We plan to plant palm trees and coconut trees, and then with pineapple. Right now we are at the rice and the cassava level. And then we have a lot of land. I had to rent a lot of machineries, Caterpillar, to prepare the ground. You know, I have not bought my machineries yet, which I'm getting ready to start buying. You need machineries. To farm 4 miles of land, you need machines. It's too much for somebody's hand. Typical Nigerians farms 1 plot. That's nothing. We need to do it on an industrial scale. That's what I'm going. In 3 or 4 years now, I will tell you that I have the biggest rice farm in West Africa. Right now, I'm just starting, but you will have it in your eyes, you will see it. So I rent machine caterpillars to prepare the ground, and I rent plowing machine to till the ground. Then we plant the rice. We have machine that spreads the rice and plants it. We rent them. And then now we have 4 miles of rice, and we're beginning to harvest. I had to rent a combine harvester. It's a machine that harvests for you. But the ones we got, you know, it breaks down, it breaks down, it breaks down. So we have to use a mixture of human being and machine. But next year we'll buy a brand new, I plan to buy all those brand new machines next year. Government, we don't need to import food, we have the land. The government should have farmers.
So what you're saying is that we must move from this individual sole proprietorship, small-scale farming thing into large-scale mechanized farming to meet the needs of our food needs.
Yes, it has to be mechanized.
And right it has now, to be large-scale.
I produce about 100 bags of rice a day now. If I have all the equipment I need, I can produce 1,000 a day of bags of rice, 50 kg. So everything is there. You need to help the farmers. Government needs to help the farmers with not just the education, not just the training, the education, machineries. If they can buy it, the government can have it where they can rent it in a common place where you have a lot of farmers where people can rent it. But if that's needed, we need to do it on a large scale. That will create jobs for the young people. I hire about 400 people. I gave job to 400 people. You know, I do a lot of agricultural things, like I have the best bottling plant in Nigeria. We have the best water. We have piggery. We have 1,000 pigs. And I have poultry. We have fish. We're doing all these things with young people. People who are working for me are like 20 years, 35 years.
Youths.
Youths, yeah.
Which means that will also provide a solution to youth unemployment.
Yes.
Now you are also saying, by what you have said, your own intervention, what you are saying, what you're driving at is that this should not be left alone for government to tackle, is it?
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be left for the government, but the government needs to partner with farmers, you know, help them get the equipment they need so we can produce the food. You don't need to import them from overseas. We can do it in Nigeria. The Minister of Agriculture needs to partner with the farmers, help them get the equipment that is needed. If they can buy it themselves, have it available to be rented in the communities. We should be shipping our food all over the world. We should be shipping out our cows all over the world. You know, cow is good, but I don't want cows to be used to be attacking farmers' food and killing farmers. I'm against that. But Nama, cow is good, but they should be ranched in a ranch. And then the farmers should be able to farm. The farmer needs this food they produce to pay school fees, medical bill, and build the houses.
True. Okay. So you're also saying, in one, I mean, I see that you're dealing with a whole lot of issues at the same time. So now you're saying, for example, that to avert the continuous, to put a stop to the unending crisis between herders and farmers, the solution would be to ensure that there is no more, how do you say it now? The animals are ranched. They are put in one place and fed, and yeah.
That's how it's in America. The animals are ranched. They have big fence. They plant the food in the same land. They plant the grass in the same land. They harvest the grass. So everything is in one place. That's how it's in America. So
it's like a fully integrated system. The feed is right there within the same space, and then they harvest it and feed the cattle, the cow with it. And so there is no crisis. There's no marching or stomping on people's farms.
No, that should not be tolerated. Nobody have right to go into somebody's land without the permission of the landowners or the town union or the king. Nobody have right to go in and be eating somebody's food and killing somebody and raping people. That cannot be tolerated, and that must be stopped.
Wow. All right. And now you were talking about bringing in machinery from next year. Are we looking at very soon?
The whole of next year, that's what I plan. I already bought the milling machine. I have a brand new milling machine that does rice, that does 100 bags of rice a day. And I have it, but I need plowing machine. I need caterpillars that can till the ground. I need combined harvester. It goes around and take the crops and cleans it, polishes it, and brings it out. It will take about 100 men to do the job of one of those machines. So we need it. I must have it next year. I must buy caterpillars next year. I'm going to get into. I planted cassava. I'll get into cassava too, making garden next year. And then palm oil. When my palm oil is ready, I will do that too. I want to get into all agriculture. So, what's the role of the government? They should work with the farmers.
All right.
Through the universities, through the state, work with the farmers to help them produce so that you don't have to import any food. Instead, we should be exporting food to Europe and the rest of Africa. We can do that within the next 5 years of serious planning.
All right. Okay, so thank you very much. You're saying, in a nutshell, we have no business. That's what doctor is saying. We have no business whatsoever with food insecurity. We shouldn't be talking about 010 or 001, 1000 at a time when, like he said, the average person over there in America can sit down and deal with a full chicken for just a meal. We're not even asking for the average Nigerian is not asking for too much. He's just asking that at least he should have his 3 meals and maybe a mix of the nourishment. So, doctor, as we begin to round this up, give us your last lines.
We need to train our children, provide them full scholarship so that they can study and get skills. Government cannot give everybody a job. So that's the first step. Then when they train, then we give them job. If the job can be in farming, it can be, they can start electrical, plumbing, building, they can do computers. Government job is not to give everybody in Nigeria a job, but the government job is to help train them so they can help themselves. So that a man can marry a woman and a woman can marry a man. That's what we need to be headed. Our Nigerian people are very brilliant. Nobody is smarter than us. We are smart or better. If you have people to encourage them, we will be one of the top 6 countries in the world. Our goal is to be a world power, which is what God wants for us. But we don't have the leaders that wants to do that. They're just interested in stealing and chopping. That's what problem we have. We must change that.
All right. Thank you, Ono. Is there any chance of this Ono becoming substantive king soon?
Our king died, so they have to mourn for a year. After a year, if we are asked to, then we will do it. It's a democracy. They have to vote for it. I'm the next in line because the king died. I'm the second in deputy king. Now, so automatically the government pushed me forward and gave me the certificate to be it's like transitional king. Okay. So after 1 year, then the people will vote. It's a vote. It's really the democracy in the village.
Yeah.
And if they want to, if they like what I'm doing, then they will say for me to go ahead.
So I'm asking, if they vote you, will you oblige?
If my people ask me to do something, I will do it.
All right.
If my people ask me to serve them, I will do it. I've been trying to serve Nigeria in different ways. Anything I can do to help in Nigeria, I will do.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for coming. It's always a delight to have you on the show. Thank you for your sustained interest in the country, in spite of the fact that you have a comfortable life outside of here, and God has blessed you tremendously. But you are very patriotic. You're constantly thinking of home. You're constantly thinking of Nigeria. I do hope that we can have a pool of people like you who are this invested in the turnaround, the desire for a positive turnaround for the nation, and that very shortly your desire, your expectation will become real. That will be it, Doctor. Thank you for coming once again.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Dear viewers, that's going to be the size of this show today, and it's bye for now. As I say, thank you also to my wonderful production team. Divine, you're the best. Thank you so very much. And everyone around you, Sam, everyone, Emmanuel, Ben, every one of you, I want to say big thank you. It's bye for now from Dayo Ogun. Don't forget that you are also very much appreciated, dear viewer. Stay tuned to Kaftan Television. Join me at 8 as we take on Matters Arising. Bye-bye.